Hi, guys. Rachel with Autistic Lately. I was just working on one of my ebooks and I just wanted to share something with you guys that leapt out at me um, on the subject of addiction and autism. So, when I was a kid in elementary school, I was so miserable, you guys. I was having a really hard time. I felt like an alien, okay? And I didn't really have many friends, and there were certain people that liked to pick on me. And all I wanted was friends. And the harder I tried, the worse it got. And it was a really bad deal, And the teachers didn't help. They actually made it worse with certain things they were doing. It's a long story. Long story short, in the middle of all that, back in elementary school is when I decided that I really wanted to try drugs and alcohol and all those things. I was looking for an escape, and that's where it started. And then as time went on, when I was 19 years old, is when I became a full blown addict. And for about 10 years, I was immersed heavily into drugs, drinking alcohol every day, doing drugs every single day. And I finally broke free of that when I was about 30 through a really interesting story I'll have to tell you guys sometime. But it's finding out here later in life, finding out that I'm autistic, where so many of these dots are being connected from my past, one of which is addiction and autism. So, with autism, we have so many different facets that can be anesthetized by drugs and alcohol. Um, for me, it started with emotional pain, and then the whole sensory thing is what really carried it forward. It was a long time before I broke free of that, and I never understood why I wanted to seek these things out. I mean, who sets out as a child to become a drug addict or an alcoholic? I mean, that's just completely messed up, right? But I realized that, it all stems back to the autism, to the emotional pain of and not understanding why I was going through all those things I went through. Living life as an undiagnosed autistic is really, really hard because there's no explanation. You don't even know some of these things that you're dealing with, they're just there. And then, as a late diagnosed autistic later in life, these things all come together. For me, it was like this there's all these different things, completely unrelated, seemingly, qualities of myself, like characteristics and things I struggle with, and things in my past as far as situations and occurrences, and then things in my present. And it took all these seemingly unrelated things and brought them all together under an umbrella named autism. And one of those things was addiction. And it's just been so freeing, you guys, to find out the whys and the hows of all of these things, because it allows for forgiveness, and it allows for healing, and it allows for wisdom and discernment as far as what started it all. And somehow it makes some of these things okay because we see the why behind it now. And um, it's just so important to not ignore this. If you are suspecting that you're autistic, I encourage you to dive in, because you can experience such radical healing from exploring this and seeing yourself in the traits, and seeing the traits in yourself, and finding out the whys and the hows of all these different things in your life. So I just want to encourage you guys this morning, and it was just such an aha moment for me with the whole addictions thing. It's really just kind of blown my mind. So I wanted to share that. I'm really enjoying putting these ebooks together, and I'll let you know when they're ready. They're going to be really great. They're going to be great tools for everybody. So I'm just using what I've been through the last few years about all this, and putting it all on paper and creating some workbooks. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Drop me a message if you want to talk about it. All right, bye.